All right, Anthony Davis may return tonight or today versus the Miami Heat. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. If not, he's very close to returning to the court. Make sure you check out, if I said this already, NBA Talk playlist. Just woke up, man. Uh, so yeah, they played this afternoon at 6 p.m. They must be on the road trip. Um, they must be on the road trip. The Lakers. They just played Orlando. They doing they Florida two step Orlando. They beat them. They played the Heat today at 6. Then turn around Tuesday, go to Brooklyn. And they on the East Coast trip. Now 76ers Thursday, so they Brooklyn and Philly Tuesday, Thursday. Then they on Charlotte back to the South. Then they back to stay in the South. Then they at Atlanta. So right now they on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game uh a road trip. All right, South, always that Southeast type stuff, man. And then they come home on February 2nd versus the Trailblazers with Damian Lillard said he not gonna rush to come back, which they should have dealt him and they're gonna be hard headed. But hey, I ain't a Portland Trailblazer fan. I'm just a Damian Lillard fan, probably my favorite player playing. So now he's as of now he's been upgraded to questionable now. See, I'll show y'all. Now he's upgraded to questionable, and I talk about a little bit. Can he save him? So now at this point he was a game time decision. It said all signs sports Anthony Davis getting closer to return for the Lakers potentially as soon as their game against Miami Heat on Sunday. So he must be at least coming back. He must at least be coming back on this road trip. So so now they saying he upgraded to questionable, Laker Nation. So now they say injury report Anthony Davis upgraded to questionable. Um, so hopefully they ain't like really hopefully they're not really rushing him back. I know you feel like you gotta rush him back, but you gotta think about it, bro. He is the he is the future, bro. Like LeBron is the now for sure. But he's the guy you're gonna build with or build around, you know, or build around with for the future. So yep, see, yeah, he's upgraded to questionable. And like I said before, that's the knee. MCL injuries are different. This gets just like that. ACL is ACL. If it's partially torn, a lot of times is categorized as blown out, whatever, or tore. It's a microfiber tear, a little small tear, but MCL, you seen Francis Ngannou say he blew out his ACL, blew out his MCL, hurt his ACL last night. He still beat a game. So it depends, and it depends on what you're doing. It depends on sometimes the threshold of pain that you can take. But in this game, playing 82 games a season, plus the playoffs, maybe the Olympics, maybe some amateur stuff at the Drew League. You gotta take care of your body. And Anthony Davis just don't. To me, I thought LeBron James, not to, I thought he would benefit him in winning. But one of the major reasons I thought that he would benefit Anthony Davis, excuse me, would be physically. You know what I'm saying? And then also being around Dwight Howard, he was another dude who came in the league. And he said the reason he started like really lifting weights was because his fellow Detroiter Kevin Willis had grabbed his arm when he was a rookie and kind of put it behind his back. He said he couldn't move his arm. That's what he said. He said I couldn't move my arm, and that's what made me get in the weight room. And Dwight Howard don't lift for strength neither. You know what I'm saying? So he not lifting for I don't say lift for strength, but he don't lift for bulk. He do a lot of negatives, positive type of stuff. And you would think being around those two guys, he would, physically get conditioned. But muscle is like armor. So he might be one of them dudes who need to put on bulk. But a lot of basketball players, because LeVar Ball talked about this on Undisputed years ago, a lot of basketball players fear putting on bulk. And people like, well, why they fear putting on bulk? They fear putting on bulk because it messes up the bulk might mess up their shot form. So LeVar was saying, you gotta lift, but the thing about it is, you gotta keep shooting as you lift so you can keep that form when you lift. So you gotta keep putting up those shots so the bulk won't mess up your shot. So that's why a lot of guys don't lift, but the muscle is actually your armor. He might be one of them dudes who need to put on a little bulk. What is he probably listed at? 250. Let me see what he listed at. Or he just might be one of them dudes to 254. Look, I put this in perspective. I got a cousin. He played football in college. He is 6'5", and he said he was 255 or 250. I think he said he was 255. The dude, 18, 19 years old, 6'5", 6'6". Anthony Davis. To be honest, man, it's one of those situations where he may need to be around the 265, 270 mark. I think his frame can carry it, but he might just be one of them dudes who's just injury prone. So he might be one of them dudes who's just injury prone. You got those guys. Remember the Bears drafted receiver Kevin White. Amazing football player at West Virginia. Took him like top 5. To stay healthy in the league. You got some guys who literally just can't stay healthy. And and that's the honest truth. That's the honest truth. You got some guys who can't stay healthy. And like I said before, and for Anthony Davis to come back and save his team and help Brian Westbrook and everybody else, a lot of people get mad at Trevor Ariza. Ariza old as hell, bro. You can't count on Ariza. He just there for a couple minutes in veteran leadership. But for AD to be effective, AD gonna have to get on the block and post up, bro. They gotta play inside out with AD. AD need to be playing from block to elbow to elbow. And I think if he played from block to block, elbow to elbow, block to elbow, other block to elbow, I think AD might be shooting 70%, 75%. That's how skilled he is. If he going to his post bag, he'll be a special guy. But instead he want to keep chucking up threes. And that's not going to be effective. LeBron don't need another 3-and-D wing. He don't need another Bradley. He don't need another Monk. You know what I'm saying? He don't need those guys. And this number will go up too. This number might go up to 14, 15 a game. Right? But this is the number you're looking at right here. This is what he's shooting from 3. And how many threes he attempting this season? He's attempting 2.1. That's too many threes for him to be shooting this. He said he's still gonna keep shooting them. So like I said, until he gets into the mind state of really taking care of his body, really lifting, he need to at least add 10 pounds of muscle. That's gonna be tough for a basketball player because engines always running. But he also needs to get on the post. And the post will preserve his body, bro. But unless he get in the post and they play inside out with Anthony Davis, this team is doomed as constructed. And hopefully nobody else bailed him out and take Westbrook or whatever. Because right now the thing about Westbrook, you can't get nothing for him. He gonna opt in next year. And if you walk away, you don't get nothing for him. So you get cap space, but like I said, the team was built all bad. They made the same mistake they made with Kobe and Steve Nash and Dwight Howard, and mistakes are to be made. But I don't think nobody gonna bail them out. But you probably should have went with the Buddy Hield trade. That would have been better. Gave you more flexibility. Traded all his young assets, young picks, and instead of trading all those young assets and picks, they should have traded some of them young assets into picks too. Should have got a first from somebody too. But hey, it is what it is. Now you can't depend on Anthony Davis, can't depend on Russ. I mean, what you gonna have left of LeBron James in the playoff stretch? Nothing. Another injury. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna have from LeBron James. Another injury. Then Anthony Davis probably get injured again. So I mean, it is what it is. They swapped Russell Westbrook for John Wall. Can they get into Cleveland for a few other guys? Cleveland, he gonna want to play. He ain't gonna do nothing but mess up with Darius Garland cooking in his kitchen, which he had like 23 and 11 last night in the win over OKC for 6 straight for Cleveland. So, like I said, really, really know where to go, honestly. So, like I said, AD questionable. He's trending to play versus Miami. Let's talk. Appreciate it sitting here talking about it with me. Check out the or listen to me talk about it. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Check out the NBA One on One playlist. We just did uh, live about Rosberg. I put in the cards. If you want to reach me, Twitter's the fastest way, than Facebook, than Instagram. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all my social media subscription. Want to financially support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description, all the information description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notification. We go live or drop a video. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Can ID on the way? Can ID say today? Let's get on the block and stay healthy. I don't see that happening. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.